on Lil Durk. Chicago rapper Lil Durk charged in federal indictment over deadly feud with rival rapper. That is insane, bro. Chicago rapper Dirk Banks, also known as Lil Durk, has been charged in a superseding federal grand jury indictment, which alleges that he conspired in the murder for hire plot targeting rival rapper. According to the U.S. Justice Department, this alleged plot led to the fatal shooting of rival's family member at a gas station near the Beverly Center in Los Angeles in August 2022. Damn, that shit was in 2022. It don't even seem like it was that long ago. Banks, 32, faces several charges, including one count of conspiracy, one count of using interstate facilities for murder for hire, resulting in death of, one count of using and discharging firearms, including a machine gun. That's the same shit. That's the same shit they had hit Thug with, that machine gun charge. That's one of the charges he pled guilty to. And when he ended up getting that plea deal and getting out. Where was I? Machine gun. Where the fuck is the machine gun at? Okay, including machine gun and the violent crime leading to death. This superseding indictment add on 2 felony charges to those he previously faced in the criminal complaint. The indictment also implicates 5 additional defendants connected to the August 22 killing. Kayvon, this is all the shit. I think this is all the shit we already had seen, though. The DD, Flocka, Brown Eyes, Boogie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them niggas. 5 niggas. All 6 defendants, including Banks, have yet to enter pleas and are expected to be arraigned in Los Angeles in the coming weeks. If convicted, they each face a maximum sentence of life in prison. That shit crazy, bro. So had they been watching this nigga? They probably, of course they had. That was a dumb question for me to say. Ask, I mean. Yeah, they definitely been watching this nigga since this shit. Banks was arrested on October 17th near Miami National Airport. Authorities discovered he had booked multiple international flights. That boy was finna get loose on their ass. He has been ordered held without bond in Miami and will be transferred to Los Angeles for arraignment. My bad. According to court records, Banks formed an organization called Only the Family, OTF, in 2010, while OTF primarily produced and sold hip-hop music from Chicago artists. Prosecutors allege that the organization also engaged in violent activities to protect its status and further Banks' directivities. Court documents reveal a long-standing feud between Banks and the rival rapper identified as TB, which is Quando Rondo. What is that nigga name? What the fuck is Quando Rondo real name? Taquan Terrell Brown, TB. Okay. Court documents reveal that a long-standing feud between Banks and rival rapper identified as TB, stemming from a 22 killing of Davon Bennett, which is King Von, an OTF rapper and close friend of Banks. Banks allegedly placed a bounty on TB in response to his friend's death. I never heard anything about that. Did Rondo ever say anything about that? Oh, he ain't never spoke on. Okay.
At exactly 4 a.m. on the 6th of November 2020, a face-off between King Von and Quando Rondo in downtown Lil Durk's cousin, and Von was also signed to Durk's label. They were tight. So in the after's crew, Durk's crew, or some opportunist looking to snatch the $1 million bag, they just embarrassed themselves and indirectly disrespected.
It It was a M on him?
Then 2 hours after midnight, at exactly 2:20 a.m., Quando and his homies were at a convenience store when a car pulled up and fired multiple shots at Quando and his crew. One man was hit in the arm or something, but that was that. He was taken to the hospital.
It was $1 million on
and he
his
got
head?
better. Now, do those last words from the clubhouse rant make sense? If it were Von's crew, Durk's crew, or some opportunity Barney's dentition. But what's more important in this clip I showed you was the last words from Quando.
Hey, dope.
Hey, one thing about us, though, we don't do no missing.
Yes, it was a jab to Von's people. And yes, he was referring to the fact that his homie Lil Tim shot him dead. But before you go
I never heard anything
out
about
on a limb to call this line out of pocket, you got to know that there was an attempt on his life 2 months before this clubhouse discourse. It happened on the 2nd of May, 2021. It was Quando's first show after King Von's demise. It had already been 6 months, and this show was coming off the back of a previous show he had the weekend of Von's passing that got canceled for obvious reasons. Quando called.
I heard that nigga say a million in that video, but I ain't seeing. Okay, Trap Lord Ross. Here go Trap Lord Ross. Okay, hold on. If anybody know, Trap Lord Ross know.
Around like chickens with their heads cut off. They were all uncoordinated trying to get licks in on Quando, and the whole time Tim was in the back lurking.
Only he knows what he's done, but you could tell from the video. That the Von shooting wasn't his first. Okay. I ain't seen that video in a long ass time. He was cool and compressed coming from the other side of the car while all the other dudes were running around like chickens with their heads cut off. They was all uncoordinated trying to get licks in on Quando the whole time. Tim in the back lurking, trying to get close enough to get a kill shot. That shows that he's been there before. He held his head when others around him lost theirs. Textbook example of why you can't take anyone lightly. You'd think some of the Southside Chicago niggas in their late 20s and early 30s would be the ones who move like vets in this situation, but instead, it's a kid from Seaport who couldn't even drink legally 2 years ago. This some Reddit shit, though. This some Reddit shit. So, let me let this
just trying to get close enough for a kill shot. This shows me that he has been there. He held his head when others around him lost theirs. Textbook example. Nobody should have been able to get close enough to Von to even cuss him out, let alone fight him, and damn sure not actually kill him. You're gonna tell me your homeboy had the potential to put you and all your kin in a different tax bracket, and you let that opportunity slip away?
I'm not hearing nothing about no money being on his head, bro.
Headed to NBA Youngboy's hometown of Baton Rouge.
What you play with those sound like?
Like I'm saying, I'm sure it was money put on the nigga head, but I want to just confirm that shit.
Because a week after End of Story dropped, King Von's close friend.
Anyway, in response to his friend's death, we starting from here. In August 2022, members of OTF reportedly spent hours tracking TB, with multiple shooters alleged firing at least 18 rounds into his vehicle in Los Angeles. The gunfire struck and killed SR. Who is SR? What's Lil Powell's real name? Hold on, check. Yes, I'm tripping. Come to the door. My bad, man. I had to let my kids in. What I was saying, Lil Pop real name. What's the nigga real name? Nobody know? Okay, fuck it. SR. Family member of TB who was traveling with him. Records indicate that Banks financed and coordinated the plot, including arranging travel for 5 alleged hitmen from Chicago to California the day before the shooting. The indictments also said that Banks and co-defendant Grant was Cuz. Okay, Banks and co-defendant Grant traveled to California together on a private jet, with Grant later purchasing ski mat. So he was with that nigga on the... So he dropped a nigga off on a jet, gang? Ain't no fucking way. The indictment also said that Banks and co-defendant traveled to California together on a private jet. He took that nigga to do a hit on a private jet, gang. With Grant later purchasing ski mans, yeah, okay. And using Banks' credit card. Other conspirators' Banks' credit card. Why they say other conspirators and not Banks? So there's somebody else's credit card? Okay. The 5 co-defendants are currently in federal custody in Illinois following court appearances in Chicago. They face similar charges including conspiracy and use of firearms in a violent crime. So now they saying this nigga Durk dropped the nigga off on a PJ, saying he came up with the whole plot. Okay, what the fuck?
And former mentor Lil Durk would tease a new song. On November the 27th, 2020, a snippet of Lil Durk's upcoming song, Hellcats and Trackhawks, circulates online, with lyrics suggesting that him and his crew are looking for Quando at his shows. Perhaps a reference to the rumor that Lil Durk had bought all the tickets to Quando's recent booking. Now, that track, Hellcats and Trackhawks, would later release in full, and it came along with more lyrics where Lil Durk seemed to suggest that they were trying to catch Lil Tim and Blast, as well as a line directed towards Quando or Youngboy saying that they're not feeling your favorite rapper. Then, a day after the snippet releases, on the 28th of November, when that original Quando Rondo show was due to take place, it would be revealed that the mayor of Macon, Georgia had cancelled Quando's scheduled performance, something that would be confirmed in a tweet from Lil Pab. And Lil Pab would go on to diss King Von on Twitter following the news of the show's cancellation.
Every time something happens, we can't control, they call Lil Bruh. Scary, but Von in the... Wow. That shit crazy. Them niggas don't care what they say, bro. Still ain't heard nothing about money in head.
Love you, bro.
In response to...
What I'm saying? Yeah. I ain't got no show. You there what I'm saying? Oh, got it. Free baby boy.
In response to Quando claiming he's in Chicago, 600 Breezy would drop his address and invite Quando and his goons to pull up. From here, Quando would attempt to quash rumors that he had cancelled the show because he was scared to perform by getting his promoter on the phone and posting apparent footage that confirmed that the show was in fact cancelled by the promoter, not Quando.
Check this out. Listen,
On December the 7th, alleged DMs would circulate, claiming to show Quando pleading with Lil Durk to squash the beef.
Man, y'all think this Quando? Let me pull up a clear picture of that shit. I don't know what the... My bad. Nah, these pictures ain't hitting no shit. I can see it better on the video. This supposed to be Quando to Durk. We need to talk, cuz this shit going too far. I can't even do shows. I got to feed my peoples. That nigga says, nah, that boy Durk a demon, bro. If this really him, that nigga's a demon. That boy Durk is a demon. That boy said, stay safe. You on all that timing. Come on, cuz. You know me. I ain't fearing shit. But we could dead this. I don't know. We could dead this, whatever the fuck that is. The social media shit. Let's talk this shit out in person. No, I can't see what they say because I got this shit over. No something. Maybe it say posse or some shit like that. Do a show. You good, folks? 100. I don't believe that, big bruh. This definitely Quando Rondo. I don't know if this shit's a dirt though. It's definitely Quando Rondo. I know that because he said big bruh. If I ain't no other time, I know when he said big bruh. I don't believe that, big bro. What you on? What's your number? Call me. Like I said, stay safe. I don't know. It's this look like cool or gotta be cuh. But why would he? If I'm not mistaken, he put this K here because he didn't want to put a C because Quando is a Crip. So who the? Yeah, okay. I don't know. Maybe that's what I'm assuming. Fuck it then. I'm ready for whatever. We can talk shit out, or it's whatever. Cause I want to dead this. Where we at? I want to dead this. Shit got me losing money and I can't move how I want to. No response. No response. Big bruh. No response. Just hear me out for 5 minutes on the phone, cuz. No response. Bro. Nigga ain't trying to hear that shit. If this is Durk, he ain't trying to hear that shit at all. He don't want to hear Nathaniel. Come on. I can't look. That's probably pussy. I can't look pussy online. Stop messaging me, goofy. Nigga Durk ain't. Hey, that nigga is. Hey, he own that. I don't know if this true though, bro. Just take this shit with a grain of salt. Cause what the? Stop messaging me, goofy. Cause what the fuck is you on? I can't see that one. Big bruh, hit my phone. Let me call you. This nigga not no response. This nigga is texting him like this. It's like that's what I'm saying, bro. I don't know if he'll be. I don't know, bro. Behind, you never know how these niggas is behind closed doors. This is a bitch to make you double text. This nigga is 1, 2, 3, 4. This nigga fucking. He overdid his part of this him. It seemed like that nigga might have been a little shook. If this is Durk, that nigga might have been a little shook, bro. They might have had Quando a little spooked. Cause nigga texts over and over to no response. That nigga ain't give him no response. That nigga Durk ain't. Hey, if this is him, he wasn't trying to hear shit that nigga was saying. He wanted him gone. He wanted to wipe that boy nose.
And complaining that he can't do shows, with Lil Durk sending him the ominous reply, "Stay safe." However, Quando would later return to social media and go on to deny that these DMs were real. However, once again, the back and forth between Quando's 33rd Street soldiers and the O-Block affiliated goons from Chicago would intensify. A day after those supposed DMs leaked, on December the 8th, another close friend of Lil Durk and King Von from Chicago, Mimo600, would post a pic in front of a sign in Savannah, Georgia, showing the whole world that he was in Quando's home city looking for him, with Mimo later even going live at a Savannah gas station with a gun, claiming outright to be in Savannah looking for Quando and saying he has all of the killers with him, even doing an impression of Quando's earlier video at the gas station with all of
You know, pull up at your own risk on Steve. You don't need all the killers on camera back without the camera. Ain't no going on. You don't need everybody on the camera. Everybody's face don't need to be on here. Y'all don't even need to see everybody that's no. Just know it's that.
I still need to know how much money was put on this nigga head.
called cap on this and said nothing got canceled. But
But
hey, who knows? Now, Quando was slated to perform in Georgia in front of a small crowd with all of his homies on stage with him. And by small, I mean around 500 or less. Regardless of the numbers, everything went well. Right up to midnight, there was no trouble, no issues, nothing. Then 2 hours after midnight, at exactly 2:20 a.m., Quando and his homies were at a convenience store when a car pulled up and fired multiple shots at Quando and his crew. One man was hit in the arm or something.
Okay, yeah, I remember that. I remember that. Not this one. It was the first one. No. Yeah, this one was in Savannah. No, I can't find that shit. I know what they talking about though. I know exactly what he talking about.
But that was that. He was taken to the hospital, and he got better. Now, do those last words from the clubhouse rant make sense? If it were Von's crew, Durk's crew, or some opportunist looking to snatch the $1 million bag, they just embarrassed themselves and indirectly disrespected Von's murderous legacy. Because trust Quando, he used it as an opportunity to throw more dirt on the dead rapper's name.
And that's a fact, mad because the main's
gone. And that's a fact, mad because they main's gone.
Now, you gotta know that I ain't taking sides here. This kind of flex is weird, and it don't matter who they say Von was. If someone tried to kill you and you survived, you strap up, keep your mouth shut, and stay vigilant. But Quando did the exact opposite of that, and there were consequences for it. Devastating consequences.
Right now, the search is on for 3 people who police say shot at a Savannah rapper, killing a member of his entourage. It happened in Los Angeles, and cameras captured
Prescription codeine and a soft him out. Believe it or not, the rapper was after his own life. A month before the tragedy, you guys are clogging my line.
I love everyone, but please give my family time to call me. Oh, his aunt. You guys clogging up my line. We're fine. Maybe we should.
Fine, maybe I should reword it. He's fine. I spoke with him myself. So Quando was still alive. Were they gonna try again? Or were they just gonna let the homie live out his days in peace? Peace? Very funny. At this point, I gotta let you in on a little something. Quando's ops weren't the only ones trying to take him out. Believe it or not, the rapper was after his own life. A month before the tragic yet botched hit, his own body almost went on a permanent lockdown. Quando announced on Instagram that he was in a hospital fighting for his life after overdosing on lean, a concoction of prescription codeine, and a soft drink. The deadly cocktail triggered acute kidney failure.
He was gonna do it to himself.
Story. Go to the hood and get you put off. Don't cry now. We lose homies all the time. Not everybody gonna ride. You was a goofy internet banger anyway. As you would expect, Quando's response to this OG was anything but respectful. In a mocking IG post, he said, "Before you go to talking about another, sit back and think like I don't even got 200 bands because you need way more than that to stand with me." Was this a direct result of his emotional state at the time, or was he just spazzing out? Because that's the Rondo. Set it at $100,000 and he paid.
Okay, I got another article. I don't know if it's the same shit. It might be though. Yeah, this pretty much the same shit. Oh, no. This has got some extra shit in it. Okay, the indictment said 2 years after Bennett's murder, Banks put out a bounty on Bowman. Was that Quando? Last name? Yeah, Taekwon Bowman. Okay, yeah. Offering money and music opportunities in exchange for his murder. Prosecutors said members of the group learned that Bowman was staying at a hotel in Los Angeles in August 2022. And bank and flight records allegedly showed the OTF member and associate of Banks coordinated and paid for the 5 co-conspirators to travel to California from Chicago before the murder. The hitman then allegedly used money from Banks and OTF-related finances. So, that's when murder for hire shit come in. This nigga, bro, I don't know. I just don't know if Durk ever moved as sloppy, but they picked him up, so he had to be moving it sloppy. Prosecutors further alleged that when the flights were booked, Banks told the OTF associate, "Don't book no flights under no names involved with me." On the same day the hitman traveled to California, prosecutors said that Banks and Grant also traveled to Los Angeles in a private jet. That's what I'm saying, bro. I know this nigga did not take this nigga out there in a fucking private jet to Grant allegedly bought, he bought ski masks and shit. The day after arriving to Los Angeles on August 19th, prosecutors said that Hitman used two rented vehicles, a white BMW sedan and a white Infiniti, and used them to track and stalk Bowman as his sister and cousin, 24-year-old, whatever the fuck her name is, Robinson, drove around LA in a black Cadillac Escalade. So it was a girl that was also his cousin in the car. I don't know if the Pab dude was his cousin or not, but the girl that was in it, she was driving that motherfucker, I guess. Bowman eventually made a stop at a gas station along Beverly Boulevard, and prosecutors said that's when Houston allegedly drove into an alley behind the gas station before letting the hitman out to carry out the shooting. While Bowman and his sister were not injured in the shooting, Robinson was killed. Shit crazy, gang. And they keep saying 3 niggas, gang. I do not see 3 niggas right there. I only see 2, but I guess. That shit crazy. Anyway, yeah. That's the new Durk shit. They saying that nigga flew that nigga out there on a private jet to do a hit, gang. I don't believe that shit. I really don't believe that shit. But I got to. It happened. This shit happened. The nigga's in jail. We'll see. We'll see what else comes from this shit. Alright, we're finna move on from this shit.